We all desire peace, power, and freedom. We search for complicated secrets and hidden formulas. But the greatest obstacle to your peace is often the simplest: the fog you create for yourself. It is the subtle, self-soothing illusion that the world will be fair, that people will be logical, and that your path will be easy. This fog is what makes you fragile, easily provoked, and endlessly disappointed. The true goal of philosophy, the goal of life, is not happiness in a world without problems, but unbreakable composure in a world of constant chaos. Today, we are going to build that unbreakable mind. We are going to explore the 8 pillars of Stoic power, ruthless truths that shatter the illusions of comfort and transform your approach to conflict, relationships, and success. This isn't about becoming cold, it's about becoming solid. It's about building an internal fortress so secure that the noise of the external world loses its power over your soul. I ask you to be fully present with me for this entire, necessary journey. Your ultimate freedom is contained within the final, most liberating pillar. So stay with us until the very end. And if this quest for self-mastery resonates with you, if you find value in these truths, please consider subscribing. It is the single most powerful way to ensure you never miss any of our future lessons on cultivating unyielding strength and wisdom. Pillar 1. The sovereignty of the mind, the absolute border. The most fundamental truth the Stoics offered is also the most challenging. You have power over your mind, not outside events. We spend our entire lives attempting the impossible, controlling traffic, controlling an irrational boss, controlling the past, or controlling another person's opinion of us. This frantic external effort is the primary source of your anxiety. The first pillar demands you draw an absolute border. Everything that lies outside the boundary of your own judgments, intentions, and immediate actions is external, non-essential, and cannot fundamentally harm your core self. When something infuriating happens, the initial spike of emotion is normal, but the suffering that follows, the 2 hours of anxiety, the rehearsed arguments in the shower, the desire for revenge, that is chosen. That suffering is the time you spend standing outside your fortress, willingly inviting the enemy in. To build sovereignty, practice the immediate pause. When triggered, you must create a space, a small, sacred delay between the stimulus and your response. In that pause, you ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, you treat the external event as background noise, like the weather, and refocus your energy inward on your own disciplined, rational response. Your emotional reaction is your most valuable asset. Stop giving it away for free. Pillar 2. The compass of motive. Seeing the hidden current. We are raised with fairy tales of pure altruism and selfless giving. This narrative is beautiful, but dangerously naive. It leaves us wide open to manipulation and paralyzing disappointment. The second pillar requires you to accept a profound truth. Everyone, including you, acts out of self-interest. This is not a cynical decree, it is a psychological reality. Self-interest is the compass of motive. Sometimes that self-interest is noble, serving your community to fulfill your sense of duty, or helping a friend to reinforce your identity as a loyal person. Sometimes it is selfish, but beneath every kind gesture, every request, and every piece of unsolicited advice, there is a purpose the giver wishes to serve. Your power lies not in condemning this fact, but in understanding it. When you stop asking, "Why are they so selfish?" and start asking, "What is the highest ambition this person seeks to fulfill here?" the world instantly clarifies. You no longer feel tricked or used. You respect their ambition. You can now align your needs with their motive, finding the point of overlap where both sides benefit. This disciplined insight allows you to participate in relationships without sacrificing your discernment. You work with reality, not against the beautiful yet illusory story you wished were true. Pillar 3. The mirror of self, the cost of the comfortable lie. The most pervasive and corrosive lie you will ever encounter is the one you tell yourself. The problem is outside. If they would just change, I could finally be happy. The third pillar forces you to hold the harshest mirror, the one that reflects your own contributions to your pain. Most people will dedicate their lives to avoiding this mirror. They invent elaborate defenses, blame external forces, politics, luck, or other people, and craft a fragile narrative of their own innocence. But this self-deception is a form of slavery. If you cannot see your own part in the problem, your procrastination, your defensiveness, your tendency to choose comfort, you surrender the power to change it. The dangerous mind actively seeks the truth that hurts the ego. It asks, what weakness am I justifying? What crucial feedback did I dismiss too quickly? Where is my effort inconsistent with my own ambitions? This is the path to becoming untouchable. While others are trapped in the endless cycles created by their own comforting lies, you are already evolving. The truth, however painful in the moment, is the only solid ground upon which you can build a life of genuine power and integrity. Pillar 4. The Tax of Triumph. Why success creates enemies. You work hard, you sacrifice, and you finally achieve a goal that matters to you. What follows is not universal applause, but often a creeping resentment, whispers of gossip, or sharp, thinly veiled criticism. The fourth pillar teaches you to expect and accept the tax of triumph. Your success is not just a personal victory, it is a mirror reflecting back to others the uncomfortable truth of their own inaction, their own excuses, or their own comfort. Envy, a powerful and destructive emotion, disguises itself as judgment or criticism. When the tax comes, when the whispers start, when an old friend starts to criticize your lifestyle, your instinct will be to defend yourself, to shrink, or to dim your light to make others comfortable. This is a profound mistake. The Stoic knows their envy is their burden, not yours. Your emotional stability must not be dependent on the good opinion of others. Do not shrink to fit the small world they wish to inhabit. Stand firm, keep building, and let your work speak louder than their bitterness. Expecting this resistance as the inevitable cost of growth allows you to remain calm and focused, recognizing the criticism for what it truly is, a revelation of them, not a reflection of you. Pillar 5. The market of influence, the shield of discernment. We live in a constant market of influence. Every interaction, from a co-worker's compliment to an advertisement, is a bid for you to do, think, or feel something. To assume everyone is manipulative is paranoia. To assume everyone has an interest is clarity. The fifth pillar requires you to deploy a shield of discernment, You must train yourself to see through the packaging to the product being sold. The coworker who seems overly friendly might be lobbying for your support at the next meeting. The news story that sparks your outrage might be designed primarily to capture your attention and sell advertising. The advice from a family member might be a projection of their own unfulfilled dreams. When you ask the critical question, what do they really want here? You stop being a passive consumer of information and emotion. You become a conscious chooser. You refuse to be lulled by surface appearances. This is the difference between being perpetually sold by the world and living by your own deliberate choices. Your time, your attention, and your emotional energy are your most precious resources. Guard them fiercely. Pillar 6. The law of pattern. Believing actions over words. How many years of your life have you wasted hoping a person would change or believing an explanation that contradicted mountains of evidence? We often rewrite the story in our heads, clinging to a person's potential or their promises to protect ourselves from the pain of facing reality. The sixth pillar is simple, yet requires immense emotional discipline. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. A person's core nature is revealed through consistent patterns, not isolated dramatic events. The truth lies in the small things, how they treat the waiter, whether they keep a minor commitment, how they speak about absent friends. The disciplined mind operates like a detective. It collects evidence and trusts the data. If they gossip about others, they will gossip about you. If they break small commitments, they will break big ones. If they show casual disrespect when it costs them nothing, they will show betrayal when the stakes are high. Stop waiting for the grand, final proof. The moment you see a clear pattern that threatens your well-being or your integrity, adjust your boundaries immediately. Do not allow your feelings of hope or attachment to overrule the clear evidence of their behavior. Trust the pattern, not the explanation. Pillar 7. The Forge of Discomfort. The Death of the Soft Life. The most insidious enemy of power and growth is not failure or hardship, it is comfort. Comfort whispers, "Stay here. You've earned this ease." But the truth is, comfort is a soft prison, a beautiful cage that robs you of your strength and capability long before you realize you've decayed. The seventh pillar demands that you seek the forge of discomfort. Hardship is necessary because it reveals your limits and trains your resilience. Seneca practiced voluntary discomfort, choosing simple meals and sleeping rough, knowing that if you only accept ease, you will collapse the moment true hardship arrives. You must choose resistance on purpose. You tackle the skill that intimidates you, even if it makes you feel incompetent. You speak the necessary truth in a conversation, even when silence is safer. You train your body when the couch is calling your name. This is the paradox. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever will. Failure, at least, teaches you something. Comfort teaches you only how to stay the same. Spot the trap of ease in your own life and step deliberately toward the difficulty, while others are lulled to sleep by the promise of security. You will be awake, alive, and sharpening your blade. Pillar 8. The urgency of now. The liberating certainty. The final, most ruthless, and most profoundly liberating truth is this: you are going to die, and most of your current worries mean absolutely nothing. We live our lives as if time is an infinite resource, constantly postponing the difficult, meaningful tasks and wasting energy on trivial anxieties, office politics, neighborhood gossip, the approval of strangers. The eighth pillar asks you to embrace memento mori. Remember death, not to be morbid, but to achieve laser focus. This certainty is the ultimate editor of your life. Ask yourself, with brutal honesty, if I had 1 year left, would this matter? Would I still waste hours arguing about this online? Would I still prioritize the approval of people I don't respect? When you hold your life up against the certainty of its end, the noise fades. You cut away the trivial and invest your remaining energy only in what will matter at the finish line: love, creation, meaning, and duty. Within this truth lies your freedom. When nothing is guaranteed, everything important becomes urgent. That urgency is the force that breaks you out of inertia and compels you to live your life fully, deliberately, right now. Conclusion: your unbreakable vow. You have now internalized the 8 pillars of Stoic power. Truths designed not to make life comfortable, but to make your mind unbreakable. You know where to draw the absolute border of your control. You know how to read the true motives of others. You know how to seek the painful truth about yourself. The choice now is yours. Will you retreat back into the comfortable fog of illusion, or will you stand firm in the demanding, liberating reality that ensures you can never be manipulated or defeated by external events? Choose sovereignty over anxiety. Choose clarity over comfort. Choose action over procrastination. If this journey has awakened a new level of strength and purpose within you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs this perspective, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a lesson in building your internal fortress. Take a deep breath. Let your commitment be known. Leave just 3 words in the comments: I am unbreakable.